Good day, this is Mike Cuddy, and I'm talking to you again about one of my projects. And this project is called Speech Revised. It was actually a project that I did in the fall of 2016, but I was taking a heavy course load for my classes, and I got really bogged down in work, and so I kind of went away from it. But at the time when I did the project, I was basically doing it in Node and Express and using D3 JavaScript. And I got the project half done. I got it basically up to the point where I had the graphs and I was trying to make the graphs. And at that point, my course load, like I said, got too heavy, so I bailed on it. And I just came back to it, but this time I made it in basically Python. And uh, it was much easier to do. I used Python and Flask. And here's like the main Flask code right here. It was a rather simple project from what I was doing before, but I basically use this one file, text.py, and this file doesn't really have anything to do with the Flask components. But what this does is how it analyzes the text that I have. Now I have three texts here: the Gettysburg Address, I Have a Dream, and the Military and Industrial Complex speech by President Eisenhower. And all those speeches are essentially right here. And basically, what I was doing is going through these documents and seeing what are the most common words and filter out words that aren't common, that don't tell me anything, like and, or, the. So I got rid of all those words, which I'll just briefly show right up here. I had this long conditional statement. So all these words were words that I didn't really care for that much. And so basically, how it starts is it calls to my main text function, and I go start right here. I set up these list, basically text files. Then I basically go through each of these texts, and I basically start analyzing them. So I go up to the text files count. So I'll just basically go through each of these things. So here I get the words, and I put them into that. Then I'm getting the word count in this function. I have this well documented, a lot of notes, so people could go through and actually read what I'm doing here. So finally, I want to say I used NK D3, I believe it's called, which is a form of D3 JavaScript for Python, which allows me to basically uh, quickly make charts that look really nice, and they're interactive and they turn out to be just like D3 JavaScript. And so that's something, actually the code for that would look like right here. So this code right here writes all of this code right here. So it's a pretty nifty little tool, and it's great to use. So now I think I'll quickly show the site. So here's the home page. And here's this right here. They're talking about the purpose and just some basic information. So that's that right there. Then we go and look at the speeches. These pictures right here are supposed to take up half the thing. They look really well on Chrome, on Firefox, I mean, but on Chrome for some reason they're not appearing that well. So that's the Gettysburg Address. Here's I Have a Dream. The whole speech is actually about 15 minutes long. So that's that. And the military, well, it's the farewell address by President Eisenhower. So if you want, I just had included all the speeches for if anyone was interested in actually reading them, even though right here it's kind of long and hard to read all these words. So finally, now this is the big page, a page that I really cared about and focused on. Here's the data. And so here's the data right here, the most common words in the Gettysburg Address. As you can see, the Gettysburg Address only has about 272 words. And so when you get down, you eliminate a whole bunch of words, you're only left with so many. But I think these words truly are to show you a lot about the speech. If you look at it, how nation, us, people, we, you can basically say represent the same thing, like a group of individuals, or even they as well. So a majority, more than half the words that are the most common in speech are all about how we're going to go together on this journey. And so I kind of write up my own little analysis here that I think of what these words show. Same thing with I Have a Dream. Again, we see words like are, we, with, that kind of show working together, the same thing. And Eisenhower's farewell address, are, we, again, you see that showing up. And also, if you see, what's kind of interesting is the address focuses a lot about the military industrial complex. And you see how military appears 9 times in that long speech, and then balance as well. So he basically argues how the military has to be balanced in order to preserve the republic. So that's this project. It was a project that I basically always really wanted to finish, and I finally have come back and knocked out this one project. So I'm actually quite happy that I got it done. And I really like how these graphs turned out, how they're quite interactive. Using NKD3, I believe it's called, is really a great thing, a great tool to use. And anyone that wants to check it out, I highly recommend it. So if you want to see the code, just go to the GitHub link, which is on the comments below, or you can read about it on my blog, which should also be in the comments below. But other than that, have a great day.